Hello, future millionaire. Look who I have here. Here's a future trillionaire. Just joking. He is the hardest working man in this Bitcoin space, Craig Wright. And I have a question for you, Craig. This is a question I want to ask you forever, and I couldn't ask unless I'm in person. Who's your tailor?
Who's my tailor?
Yeah, you're all dressed so well.
And there's a couple of companies I go to in the UK. In Savile Row, there's a Hunt and whatever the hell it is. If you look, Savile Row Hunt and I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Then yes, that'll get me that.
So definitely custom, right? Everything custom. Yes. Naturally. Yeah.
Hence the little red things.
Yes, beautiful. Love it, love it. And the matching socks. Don't forget the matching socks.
You're gonna have the matching socks.
Yeah. But very often we know he has power socks, right? Yeah. That's your favorite trademark, more or less. Now, to a more serious note, Craig, I truly enjoyed this conference. I have to say that. Congratulations.
I'm really glad. Thank you. I'm glad you did.
There's one surprise I had was this, that I thought when I came here I would find nobody else beside myself and you here. That's only two people who are standing here. But it's not at all. This is super.
No. There are lots of people. There's lots of people who want to learn how Bitcoins should be and what it's going to be in the future.
Exactly. I mean, the crowd is unbelievable. And it's so loud, I couldn't even do any interview with anybody in the normal dining area because you can't hear yourself.
It's too noisy.
Yeah. Guys,
but if you go outside, it's empty.
Yeah, but then there won't be a Craig Wright waiting for me there. Yeah. So, Craig, tell me more about your vision.
I want to see a complete, connected, open world. Mm-hmm. Now, the way that we make data accessible is we give it value.
Yeah.
That's simple. And anyone can create information. People can search through all the data in the internet and add value. Whether they're in America, whether they're in the center of Africa, it doesn't matter. So what this does is it opens up access to many different roles and jobs, allows people to trade and be part of a global connected world. And that's what we have to say.
Wonderful. That's exactly what you presented here live. And I couldn't believe what I saw because it basically means you are disrupting every single industry out there, isn't it?
I think fairly much. I mean, I'm sure there's an industry I haven't thought of to disrupt that isn't being impacted, but I haven't figured it out yet.
Well, you are putting internet on top of Bitcoin network as the sidechain, as you say. I mean, that's a monumental task, isn't it?
Yes.
How is that going to happen actually in real life?
In step by step, but it'll grow exponentially. Mm-hmm. So in next year, we'll open up the more difficult way to do app development. So it'll be there, but this is like the internet in the 90s. So if you remember, people had to actually code their own HTML and create things manually, and it was horrible and awful. That's going to be MetaNet version 1. I'm sorry, but there's no way to jump up to all these pretty tools in day one. I can't do pretty tools. But other people will take that and then build things that we saw on the internet that allow easy website creation. It'll be easy MetaNet creation. And that'll be one of the first things that happen.
That means if someone like me, even someone who has no idea about coding, I can literally like creating a website based on Bitcoin network.
Yes.
And it's immutable, it's impossible to change, and
not just websites, apps.
Yes,
so
apps.
We don't even want it to just be websites.
Right.
The way I see it is this will be actually dynamic applications. So, and some of those will be mashed up because other people will create dynamic applications. The same way people created Google sort of Earth and other things that you can now mash into different applications there, people will create MetaNet applications that you can mash together to form new forms of things I haven't even thought of.
That makes sense now. It makes sense why you say you need terabyte nodes.
Yes.
Because otherwise it wouldn't work, right?
Correct.
1 megabyte? Nah, that doesn't work at all.
No, and some of the information becomes permanent. But like Git, you can add small changes, and you don't need to change everything on a site at once, but you can pull and search through, and using selected keys, actually recreate the site that you're meant to have.
Wow, that sounds pretty exciting. The only problem is I do not understand everything you say. But what I'm working on this for myself is I try every day learn a little bit more about what you say. Very often I watch your video again and again and again, so that I learn at maybe 3% each time.
Yep.
So over time I learn a bit more. So I hope you make more content on the internet.
I'm going to be doing lots more.
Yes, please do that, because that helps someone like me and many other people I know tremendously to understand your vision.
Well, the only way my vision becomes reality is for everyone else in the world to start using it.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, on that note, thank you so much, Craig. Thank you very much. It's a fantastic conference, fantastic vision.
Thank you very much.
See you.